You have one new message. Translating. Disney and Pixar's Hoppers is now available on Disney+.
You could say that again.
Critics are calling it Pixar's funniest movie ever and a wildly entertaining ride. Blizzard Potato. It's certified fresh and verified hot.
Now we party.
This is incredible!
Wow, I am clearing the rest of the day.
Disney and Pixar's Hoppers now available on Disney+. Rated PG.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's. With refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba. To crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? Try them all now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine. Copyright 2026, The Coca-Cola Company. Sprite is a registered trademark of The Coca-Cola Company.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I feel like it was needed, because I think I might have did an episode like this before, I can't remember, but if I didn't, I wanted to talk about how easy it is to rage bait people. Because I'm telling you, like just recently I rage baited this guy, and it wasn't even like intentional, like I meant to rage bait him. I guess I rage baited him by accident, and that's the thing where I'm like, you got mad over some stuff like this. You don't need to be involved in the internet. Like, nah, bro, delete your socials. Just go outside and get you some fresh air. Don't ever go on the internet again. If you get mad at me for not knowing of a comedian, that's some crazy stuff. And that's exactly what it was. So there was a video of Sean and Marlon Wayans promoting the new Scary movie that they're releasing. Well, it's like them and their family and stuff. But anyways, so the interviewer that was interviewing Sean and Marlon Wayans, he looked just like Sean in the beginning of White Chicks when they were playing as the two Hispanic guys in the bodega. He looked just like Sean. And I'm thinking to myself, man, spitting image. I'm like, no, if Sean's character was based off of an actual person, that's that person right there. So I don't know if they meant to do that. I don't know if that guy meant to look like that, but overall, he looked just like Sean's character in White Chicks. And so I made a tweet about it. All I just simply said was the interviewer. That's it. And then I shared a picture of Sean when he was playing as the bodega guy and stuff. And so everybody loved the tweet. Everybody was liking the tweet. People were sending me laughing emojis and laughing gifs. And I know some people call them gifs, but I'm calling it gifs. I guess that might rage bait some people too. But anyways, people were laughing left and right about that picture. Besides one, and it was some random guy, don't know who the guy was. He sends me a tweet and he was all like, "Oh, like you gotta." You should have known who that comedian was. That's what he was like. That's a comedian. That's not an interviewer. What's he doing in that video? He's interviewing Sean and Marlon. So outside of that interview, yes, he is a comedian. But for the sake of this interview, he is an interviewer. How does that? My thing is this. I guess more so, I feel like a good question is, what does that change about that person, whether he's being considered an interviewer or a comedian? I'm confused by that, So, but anyways, the guy got mad about it, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is it a problem that I don't know this comedian? Why do I need to know of this comedian? I'm not saying that I don't want to know of him. I think under different circumstances, if I'm seeing his stand-up comedy shows or anything else that he does, whether it's comedy skits on the internet, I feel like that should be my choice to go out there and look for his content. But you're not going to make me look at his content as him being a comedian by getting upset with me for not knowing that he was a comedian. Do you see how silly that is? Who gets mad over some stuff like that? But he ain't the only person. Like, there's so many different times throughout my time of being on the internet where I can think back on probably one of the first few times when I rage baited somebody on the internet. And this was before, like, rage baiting was a term. Like, before it was, like a word that's being used in today's, you know, society and stuff on the internet. But no, I remember when I was in, I recorded that video when I was in high school. But yeah, because I think it was when my voice got a little bit deeper, I got a little bit more confident about being in front of the camera, I started doing talkative videos. And I remember one of the first videos that I did was this video. I was talking on Justin Bieber, because at the time he had threw up on stage, and so I was thinking at the time that he was drinking. Now if you ask me, I'm like, I don't know what was wrong with Justin Bieber. But no, yeah, I did a video back then talking about it, and I was like, yeah, he was probably drunk, you know. It's like had him way too too many drinks. That was the thing though about Justin Bieber fans back then, was that they stood by Justin Bieber. They rode for Justin Bieber. If Justin Bieber had declared war, these guys, his fans, I'm telling you right, his fans have definitely calmed down over the years. But at one point in time, Justin Bieber, I felt like that he had to, if there's anybody in this world that could have that feeling of what did it feel like to be Michael Jackson, Justin Bieber. Now, I would say now, yeah, his fans have calmed down a lot. You know, I think a lot of them has gotten older and they realize, dang, we were kind of crazy back then. But yeah, back then, oh yeah, his fans, I mean, I'll never forget that video where I think he was leaving out of a hotel or something. His fans, it looked like a parade. It honestly looked like a Thanksgiving parade. You know how like Macy's be doing those his fans were all out on the streets. I think he had to leave by boat, and his fans were on boats chasing him down. Do you know how much motion does a person has to have to be getting chased via boat? I'm telling you, Justin Bieber, that's the only other person that I would say, if there's anybody that's like, dang, who could be on that same scale as Michael Jackson? Justin Bieber, when he was a teenager, oh yeah, he definitely was that person. He definitely was that person. That might rage bait some people, but I'm like, nah, man, you guys didn't see how his fans was riding for him back in the day. I seen it firsthand. I'm saying there was a whole trend talking about cut for Bieber, I think because he was smoking weed or something like that. And yeah, I'm saying they were cutting themselves. Like it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, if they ever do a documentary talking about his fans, I think a lot of his fans will realize, like, yeah, we weren't no joke back then. Like, that's one thing that I never would have done or said anything. I would have never said anything about like bad about Justin Bieber back in the day. Cause no, his fans, I'm telling you, I would have woke up in a garage with a blindfold over my face, and they had been interrogating me. They were like, what is it that you need to say about Justin Bieber? And I'm like, I don't need to say anything. Tied to a chair, being punched across my head. I'm telling you, Justin Bieber fans rode for this man. All right. But anyways, I do this video, and this, so yeah, I was just overall saying that I believe that he was drunk, you know, and this fan had commented underneath the video, and you know when a person is mad when they start talking in all caps and stuff. And so she's all like, shut up, you don't know Justin Bieber, you don't know anything about him. And I'm thinking to myself, you don't know Justin Bieber. You listen to his music. You don't live in this man's house. You don't live next door to him. You never even met him. You might have seen him at a concert. That's about it. That's as far as you know about Justin Bieber. But it's like, you don't even know him. So how are you going to get on me for not, or for, I didn't even make it seem like that I knew him. All I just said was that this man had to have been drunk for him to be spinning around on the stage and then just out of nowhere throw up. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he got motion sickness or something. But anyways, yeah, his fans, that fan, she was upset with me, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, all right, I mean, I guess if that's a reason to be upset, then yeah, you know, it's do what you gotta do, all right? But anyways, I don't know, man. I look at that and I think about that, and I'm like, I couldn't be that type of person on the internet. You know, like, if there's a celebrity that I'm a fan of, and I don't know, I guess, like, there ain't too many celebrities that I'm a fan of like that. Like, I don't be, you know, when somebody start talking bad about a celebrity online, like, cause no, so the other day I was scrolling through just like looking at different things about Michael Jackson, and I came across this subreddit subreddit is like a page on reddit.com for those that don't know what a subreddit is. But anyways, but no, I seen this subreddit where it was just a bunch of different Michael Jackson haters. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you guys just wake up and then just start hating on Michael Jackson, like, you know, spreading rumors and stuff about this man. And it's like, this man's been gone for, what, 17 years, I think they said. And it's like, you guys still have hostility and beef and all these other, and it has a lot to do with the court situation that he was a part of a long time ago. Mind you, not guilty, all charges. So at the end of the day, I'm like, hey, well, whatever was going on in that man's house, that's up to him and the people that were in his house. But if nothing was going on, then I'm like, what's the problem? You know? So yeah, it's just one of those things where I seen that. And because yeah, it's like lately I just think that because of the release of that Michael Jackson movie, that it's just the internet has become like a Michael. It's no longer considered the internet. It's now Michael Jackson's corner on the internet, but it done taken over the whole internet and stuff. Yeah, I'm like, I done seen so many different. But it's been like that for a while though. Even before the movie had came out, I always would see like edits of Michael Jackson and stuff on TikTok. And but yeah, it just seems like now that movie has came out, like you have a lot of different new Michael Jackson fans, and I'm like, man, you know, but I guess like I don't know, I'm like I don't need to see the movie to know. I'm like, yeah, that man he had emotion, you know. So but getting back to, you know, talking about his hate group on Reddit, why does that page exist? You know, that's one of those things where I'm like, the man has been gone for 17 years and he still got you guys upset. So even if what the things that people have said about him is true, he can't hurt people no more. So why are you guys so upset about him? Like, that's, yeah, it's people like that where I'm like, nah, I don't think that has anything to do with the court things. I just think that, yeah, you know, there's people, I guess, like, just speaking on my time on the internet, because I've been a content creator for 16 years, and that's one thing that I've seen is that people would just go out their way just to hate on you. They don't have no real reasons on hating on you. They'll just randomly wake up one day and they just start hating on you. I say that because that has happened to me. So back in 2015, I think that was when a lot of the content had came out. But back then, there was a lot of hatred towards reaction videos. And so I felt like it was needed to do a defense video defending people that did reaction videos. And you still see to this day people get hated on for doing reaction videos. But I did this defense video. And yeah, I was all like, I was more so doing that because I'm like, man, you know, we out here being hated on for no reason. We ain't hurt nobody. We're reacting to content creators that like reaction videos. If we so happen to react to a content creator that don't like reaction videos, we don't mind taking the video down. At least me, I'm respectful when it comes to reaction videos. So if a person reaches out to me and they're all like, hey, I seen that you reacted to my video, can you please take it down? No problem. I don't have no issues with taking the video down. I do apologize. You know, I didn't mean anything bad about it, you know? And I feel like it's interactions like that where the person, they're like, you know, that guy ain't bad. You know, maybe it might not be a bad idea if people reacted to my videos. Because I look at it as a form of help. I'm like, if I wasn't doing reaction videos, if I was, let's say my gaming videos, people were reacting to that. And, you know, just laughing, commentating, doing whatever and things. I welcome that. I would enjoy that. You know, I don't have a problem with reaction videos. Maybe it has a lot to do with because I've been doing them for a long period of time. But I don't have a problem with it. But anyways, I did this video titled Defending Reactors. I think, back in 2015, April 2016, this guy, he decides that he wanted to do a commentary video over that video. So he was upset. And that's one of those things where it's like, okay, if he wasn't upset, if there wasn't no emotions to be, I guess, displayed and stuff, he would have never did the video. Because there's a lot of different videos that I've seen that has been upsetting. Like, I'll never forget. I still remember the one and only video that I've ever disliked. I'm trying to think. I can't remember any other times where I've disliked a video and stuff. I know I had to, but I'm like, this was the first time that I ever disliked a video. All right, so that's how I know. I think I've only, at most, maybe 2 to 3 videos that I've ever disliked on YouTube. But if a video bothers me, I just exit out the video. I don't have to sit down and watch that video. But the first video that I ever disliked. So this, at the time, I remember when I think it was the second generation iPads had came out, and I remember my parents, they bought both me and my sister an iPad. And so, yeah, we were living lavish and stuff. So, but nah, anyways, we got iPads. I can't remember what it was I was trying to do, but it was a error. Or it was like something was wrong with the iPad. So I think I might have been trying to download music or something. But anyways, I go and I went onto YouTube to try to figure out what the problem was. And there was a video titled exactly what I was looking for. Like, let's just say it was like music couldn't download as an example and stuff. So anyways, I go, I see this video. There was like how to download music on your iPad. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this video should help me out. That guy did not talk about nothing that was supposedly what the video was about and things. This is how the video pretty much went. So he's like, hi guys, my name is whatever. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about iPads. So if you guys don't know what the iPad is, it's a bigger version of the iPod Touch. It can download music, and then there's at times where this happens and that happens and blah, 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 and you know, all these other different things. Thank you guys. Please enjoy the video, like, comment, share, all this other stuff. What about downloading the music? So I'm like, that man, yes, if people want to ask that question, have I ever been rage baited? Yes. And it was that video. Because I'm like, I went in that video with information and I left with the same information. I didn't leave with no new information after watching that video. So I'll admit, I did get upset. I left a comment. I said, hey, maybe next time, talk about what the video is titled. You talked about, was talking about things that I didn't even knew that can be a conversation, you know. So anyways, yeah, I was like, I'll admit I was mad. I left a comment, disliked the video, and I'm like, I'll never watch that guy's videos again. So anyways, but yeah, I was a little bit upset, you know. But no, overall though, fast forward, then I do my video, and then the guy, he got upset about it and stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, you don't have to watch reaction videos, you know, you don't have to, because I'm saying, like, that's optional. I didn't really have no other options when watching that, because I didn't know what that video was going to be about. I didn't think that man was going to have a whole different conversation and not talk about what it was that people were clicking on that video for. And there was even other people that were saying the same exact thing with that guy, that with the iPad video and stuff. So, but with the reaction videos, yeah, that's optional. You don't have to watch a reaction video. And you would think that the guy would have understood that, you know, when watching the Defending Reactors video. But nah, he got rage baited. He got upset. And yeah, after that, he just, you know, made it his duty to always go on the internet and harass me about stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't want to be bothered with you. Can you please take the hint? I don't know what's going on upstairs, but I'm like, take the hint. I don't want to be bothered with you. Go on about your business. So, but anyways, then fast forward, then that's how that whole drama went down. For those that know, I ain't gonna tell the whole story again, but it did last for 10 years. And then it was funny. It stopped after 4 years, because it happened in 2016, and then it died off in 2020. And but it's like been fans here and there that's just, you know, trying to keep hope alive, I guess, with the drama and stuff. But no, it was funny because in 2024 he got canceled for doing the same exact thing that I did, but instead he decided that he wanted to defend a pedophile. And I'm thinking to myself, so it's wrong for me to defend people that do reaction videos, but it's okay for you to defend a pedophile or whatever it is that he was trying to call the content. He was like, oh, they're a predator or they're a groomer, but they're not a pedophile and things. I'm like, they're having inappropriate conversations with minors. Call it whatever you want to call it, but I think a lot of people, they're going to call it weird. They're going to call it wrong. And I think when we compare that to defending people that do reaction videos, I'm saying, like, I ain't never seen nobody get arrested or go to prison for doing a reaction video. At most, they might get a copyright claim. But I'm like, if there's ever a day where I go to prison for doing reaction videos, I'm like, that'll be the day, you know. But other than that, I'm like, yeah, we haven't seen a lot of different people go to prison and stuff for being a pedophile. So yeah, that's why I was all like, yeah, that guy, but him and his fans, though, they are so easy to rage bait. You can talk about them, you can say whatever you want to say about them. Them guys will get so upset, and it's like, why are you getting so upset? Like, this is the internet, bro. This is stuff that y'all was telling me years ago. What reasons do you have to feel a certain way? So, yeah, man, you know, the internet, it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, you realize how easy it is to rage bait people, and some people have fun with it. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, bro, come on now. I'm like, you shouldn't be carrying on. You're mad over this conversation. You're mad over it. Like, bro, come on, stop it. It's like, you shouldn't. But I mean, even like outside the internet, you know, know, you even see at times where it's like, it's easy to even rage bait people just going somewhere. It's like, man, it's just people out there, they easily get upset, and it's crazy, you know. But overall, though, I'm like, yeah, it's like, maybe they just need to, I think it's just people like that, you know, that can easily get upset. They just need to be a part of a very humbling situation to where it's like, okay, now you gotta control your anger, because now it's gonna lead you into a form of trouble and things, you know. So that goes for the internet and people outside the internet, you know. So, but anyways, with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.